Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, including some jokes that popped up after J. Cole and Benny the Butcher were spotted in Detroit. And the jokes were based on what's been going on these past couple of weeks with the rumors. And this also sparked some interesting takes which we'll get to in a bit. We also have more on Eminem's rise on Spotify in 2021, and he's broken into the top 5 for rappers in the world in 2021 based on monthly listeners that sparked reactions accordingly for a rapper who's yet to drop a project. And we also have a question that popped up recently from writer, producer, and featured artist on Wiz Khalifa's See You Again, Charlie Puth, and this time he was asking on Twitter, did Eminem really have no snare in his headphones when he was recording Cleaning Out My Closet? And before we dive into the details, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll get Charlie's question out of the way first, one that sparked reactions like this for those who didn't know, at Eminem clear Charlie's doubt please. But something tells me he already knew the answer to that question, since he's made it known that he's been a fan for years, and this is common knowledge for fans in my opinion. And even over on Genius, Eminem cleared this up himself. This was true. I was recording and couldn't hear the snare. The engineer had it muted for some reason. I left it. And Eminem also brought this up on Believe from Revival. Eminem has cleared up a couple of bars on Genius. He's not as active as he was years ago, and it was on Genius that we got perhaps one of the biggest revelations from Eminem in terms of his vision, when he said he planned to drop yearly projects on Criminal and added, "My plan really was to drop an album every March, then I became a drug addict," and he's yet to drop a studio album in March to this day. Back to Charlie, he's been vocal about Eminem in the past. For instance, in 2020 he stated on Twitter, "No one tops Eminem's internal rhyming flow to this day," and he also revealed in May, "Listen the Eminem show and you'll hear my main influence for drums in every song I produce." It's hard to believe he didn't know the answer to that question, or perhaps that's his way of trying to secure that production credit on an Eminem album. And moving on, J. Cole and Benny were recently spotted in Detroit, and over on Reddit before the insiders could jump on this info, a user broke it down. "Can't wait to see Mr. Leaker say, yeah, he got a song with Benny and J. Cole, but it might not come out, might be scrapped, I don't know, M is weird with features, cause 2 Chainz, right? Otherwise, that's pretty cool to know, thanks OP. But some believe this shouldn't be quickly dismissed just yet, based on history. To be honest, it's like that happens all the time. LL Cool J said he has song with M, but we haven't heard it. Was he clout chasing? Verses also get caught all the time. Boogie was caught from Lock It Up. They both have a point, that's for sure. Some insiders have been making guesses based on available information while claiming to know more than they actually do, but it's also possible that it could be M related. But it's certainly on the wish list for many fans. Check this out. Please, I've wanted an M and Cole song for so long. And speaking about social media insiders, this popped up recently on Twitter. The little I know about Eminem is that he's working on an album, and this one is planned to arrive before the Super Bowl, together with Kendrick Lamar. I think this is common knowledge at this point. The Aftermath takeover has been teased a couple of times, but the real question has been, when does it drop? 2021 or early 2022? Now that's the real question. And moving on to the next topic at hand, Eminem moved up to number 16 for most monthly listeners on Spotify hours after he hit number 18. And this happened. Hip-hop act with most monthly listeners on Spotify, and he just topped Jack Harlow shortly after he broke into the top 5. And for some context, Jack Harlow is featured on the number 1 song in the US last week. This feat already sparked discussions even on Reddit, where a user reacts, "Imagine starting your career in 1999 and being this relevant and popular in 2021. Unbelievable, man." And it's odd because you see hip-hop hosts debating Drake versus Jay-Z's relevance today, which makes you wonder why they act like Eminem doesn't exist. Reminds me of the debate on Math Hoffer with El Jamar. And on that note, another adds, it doesn't even make any sense for him to be in the top 10, let alone top 5. That's beyond legendary. It's almost like he's a rap god. When you know how Spotify works, playlisting plays a huge role in boosting monthly listeners. And guess what? Eminem songs usually don't benefit from playlisting. So music listeners are actually voluntarily clicking on Eminem songs, no playlisting shenanigans involved, which makes this even more impressive. And here's what some believe. tomorrow or day after tomorrow, probably 15, but he won't climb higher unless he drops new music, I think. We'll keep an eye on this one. That will be all for now. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.